Sweet. So I just got back from outside. It's freaking cold out there. No damage to my rain gutters. I was worried about that last night. But one thing I do have to fix, this guy, I have that, I'll film this when I get around to it. I'm not going to worry about it till I get another free day, a warm day. I'm going to fix the deflector so it can't bounce up and down and hit metal and make loud noises in the wind. And then that problem will be solved. All done. The only thing I do need is you guys out there to help me on the turbine. Right now the turbine is working awesome. It's because of last night's winds, it was breaking often because they were insane. But I was still getting power and heat out of them. But I still want Stu or any of you guys out there to help me out to have the main wind turbine battery have a dump load into my other battery that was sitting at 10 volts that charges all my other lithium power packs up. That would be awesome and very important because that'll help keep both batteries healthy, and it'll also keep generating a little heat on those mats. We just got to figure out a way to do that. I'm not quite sure. So, yeah. You guys will have to give me a hand on that one for sure. So, I will warm up a bit, and I'm gonna kind of hang out till the battery maybe gets to like 85% or more, and then I'm gonna take off, go home, shower, brush my teeth, all the usual fun stuff, and change my clothes obviously, and but other than that, overall really good night. I was able to catch up on my sleep. I slept until about 10 o'clock this morning. So yeah, and I think I didn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. That doesn't happen very often. But very interesting night for sure. And I will be bringing you guys more videos as they come. One thing I gotta mention, the solar panels back here. Sorry about the no lighting. Notice I'm missing some solar panels here. So you see there's 2 left. These 2 are sold actually. And I sold all the unboxed panels so far. And I plan on selling the rest of the box panels as well. And the reason is I'm trying to raise funds to get another battery, like I say, in the tiny house, another lithium iron phosphate battery, because I absolutely love that battery. I will never buy deep cycle AGM again or any other type. It's that powerful of a machine, of a battery. They last, if you're good to them, they will last you 15 years minimum. 15 years, right? No off-gassing. No fans required for off-gassing. Not heavy, not full of lead and mercury. Not producing hydrogen gas. All the dangerous stuff is gone, except for the fact that these lithiums aren't perfect. Like if you do not have a BMS or you puncture them, they will turn into an absolute nightmare that cannot be stopped. Okay? But that's not going to happen because you're going to take care of them. If anybody knows what thermite is, basically, or even magnesium would be a good example, I guess. You know magnesium, the fire starting rods, you quickly shave off, strike it, and it creates a spark. That spark's sitting around at like 1200 to 3000 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that, something in that range. Well, if you ever punctured a lithium ion battery, it would be like that on steroids, okay? The entire thing would melt down in your, wherever you have it, and take wherever you have it with it. So it's kind of like the movie Alien, but with fire. So, so you know how the alien has acid for blood? Well, if you pierce the lithium ion battery, it's not going to be acid coming out. It's going to be flames and 1200 to 3000 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures that will automatically ignite anything around it in the environment. Okay? The only thing that actually will help put it out is sand. You'd have to have some type of they have them. They make them secure for these types. You have to basically sit this thing in a sandbox. But like I said, I'm not planning on piercing it, because that only happens if you're purposely, you know, hitting the damn thing, right? That's never gonna happen. I baby this thing. Now, most of you are gonna say, no, you didn't baby it because you left it in the cold and out to dry. Well, I did, but it was a learning experience, because we found out that the low temperature cutoff built into the BMS does work. It shut off the battery when it got real cold, and that's why the MPPT was off, right? So we know that works. We know the overvolt disconnect works because we've experienced that as well. Too much solar power and not enough being burned up, so it disconnected. Now, I've never hit the low volt disconnect yet because I've never pushed it that deep. And the low temperature cutoff actually cut it off before it hit the low volt disconnect because of the temperature. So I don't want to do that test. No. I've done enough testing, right? So what I want, I'm gonna try and sell these panels, just make some money to get by and buy another battery, and I'm gonna parallel them together, which will then give me 200 amp hours of lithium greatness. And with that, guys, I'm pretty much gold. Like, from there on, if my YouTube channel gets popular, I can continue to save and add more and more batteries, because the solar panel situation seems to be good. One thing I would do, though, once I get a lithium over here and paired together, like I talked about, back here, when these batteries go, I'm going to buy another one of those lithiums to replace those two. Now, the only thing with that is I gotta buy I think I gotta buy a special MPPT for that, and then I gotta somehow, I'm gonna have to consult you guys and Stu, High Tech Guy again. Can we take the turbine power coming in and put it into an MPPT, and then connect that to to a lithium battery? And I ask because we got to regulate it within the lithium's parameters. So that lithium back there, if I do get one, I want to make it a hybrid, so it'll run on the wind turbine and on the solar that's back there. So that would be nice. The only thing I'd have to do back there for the solar, though, which will be a summer project or something. Right now, I have the solar panels back there wired in parallel. So I want to change that to a series connection, So it increases my voltage. And I can do that with the current MPPT on there, which is kind of good. But I just gotta wait for that day to come type of thing, right? So that's what I'm I gotta kind of work around that. But that's okay. Let's check on the wood stove here. Oh my. I got crap coming out of the stove on me. Get that back in there. Yeah, it's pretty funny. The Dollar Tree sold me this tool. It's like I guess it's for turning steaks. It is the ultimate in wood stove pokers. It cost me $1.25. It is literally the most used item that I own from the Dollar Tree. And it's, you know, they try to sell you their pokers when you buy their stove. And they charge a pretty penny for that. So why not spend $1 at the Dollar Tree and get something just as good or better? You know, right? Because really, what's the point? You're just giving them money, and this thing does a great job at doing what it's got to do. So I'm gonna stock up the fire a little bit more, get back to you, give you an update before I leave, and we'll see you on the next one.